United Nations Secretary-General Antonio Guterres on Sunday urged Addis Ababa and Mogadishu to open dialogue to settle their dispute over Ethiopia's maritime deal with the breakaway region of Somaliland.
Well, we are always guided by our principles, and our principles are related to the unity, the sovereignty, and the territorial independence of countries, including Somalia. And we hope that through dialogue it will be possible to overcome the present situation.
His comments added to calls led by the United States, China, the European Union, the African Union, and the Arab League to respect Somali sovereignty. Tensions in the Horn of Africa have escalated since landlocked Ethiopia struck a deal with Somaliland on January 1st that gives it much sought-after access to the sea. In return, Somaliland, which unilaterally declared independence in 1991, has said Ethiopia would give it formal recognition. Addis Ababa has not confirmed this. Somalia on Thursday ruled out mediation with Ethiopia unless the deal is cancelled, and vowed to fight by all legal means to oppose it. Ethiopia and neighbouring Somalia have a history of stormy relations and territorial feuds, fighting two wars in the late 20th century. Mogadishu has branded the Maritime Pact an act of aggression by Ethiopia, which has in turn insisted no laws have been transgressed. Amidst a backdrop of escalating tensions in the Horn of Africa, Ethiopia has criticized international reactions to its recent Memorandum of Understanding with Somaliland. Redwan Hussein, National Security Advisor to Ethiopia's Prime Minister, has accused unnamed international actors of harboring animosity towards Ethiopia under the guise of supporting Somalia. While this is the reality, some actors who have not provided much support for Somalia during its time of dire need are trying to present themselves as its true friends. But it is clear that what motivates them is not amity towards Somalia, but animosity towards Ethiopia, Hussein stated. This statement comes in the wake of growing international criticism over the MOU, which grants Ethiopia access to a 20-kilometre stretch of Somaliland's coastline for establishing a Marine Force base. During a meeting for the Ethiopian Diplomatic Corps last week, Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister of Ethiopia Demeke Mekonnen confirmed his administration is facing mounting international pressure to annul its pact with Somaliland. Ethiopia rejected the Arab League's recent demand for Ethiopia to annul its agreement with Somaliland. Its Foreign Affairs Minister, Madax-Bannaan, criticized the Arab League's stance as an unwarranted interference in Ethiopia's internal affairs, signaling Ethiopia's determination to proceed with the agreement. Under the deal, Somaliland agreed to lease 20 kilometers, 12 miles, of its coast for 50 years to Ethiopia, which wants to set up a naval base and a commercial port. Somalia vehemently opposes the independence claim by the former British protectorate of 4.5 million people that is not recognized by the international community. Ethiopia, the second most populous country in Africa, was cut off from the coast after Eritrea seceded and declared independence in 1993 following a three-decade war. Addis Ababa had access to a port in Eritrea until the two countries went to war in 1998-2000. Since then, Ethiopia has sent most of its sea trade through Djibouti. While Somaliland is largely stable, Somalia has witnessed decades of civil war and a bloody Islamist insurgency.